What's up, gamers? Welcome to CompareCore, your go-to zone for real-deal product breakdowns and brutally honest reviews. If you're on the hunt for a gaming monitor that delivers buttery smooth frame rates, eye-popping visuals, and that extra edge in every match, do not touch that buy button yet, because today we're counting down the top 5 gaming monitors that will blow your mind in 2025, from budget beasts to premium powerhouses. Whether you're a competitive FPS grinder or a story-driven RPG lover, I've got you covered. Let's jump in, and trust me, number 1 is straight up insane. All right, kicking things off with number 1, we've got an absolute monster, the MSI MPG 321URX QD-OLED. This thing is 4K, 240Hz, QD-OLED glory. Basically, it's the monitor equivalent of a cheat code. If you're serious about gaming, like buttery smooth frame rates and god-tier picture quality, this one checks every box. It's got near zero response time, so motion blur, not even a thing. Your flick shots in Valorant or high-speed racing in Forza? Silky smooth. Plus, it supports HDMI 2.1, which means you're getting full power from your PS5, Xbox Series X, or that new GPU you probably paid way too much for. But here's where it gets wild. That QD-OLED panel gives you true blacks, no blooming, in vibrant, punchy colors that straight up pop. And with 32 inches of screen real estate, it's super immersive, perfect for open-world RPGs or competitive shooters. Now, if you want something a bit smaller and sharper, maybe check out the Asus ROG Swift OLED PG 27UCDM. But honestly, for the price and performance, MSI nailed it with this one. Coming in at number 2, we've got the MSI MPG 271QR XQD OLED, basically the little brother of the 321URX. But don't sleep on it. This thing still slaps. If you're not looking to jump into full 4K territory, this one hits that sweet spot with a 1440p resolution and an absolutely insane 360 Hz refresh rate. That's right, 360 Hz. For all my competitive gamers out there, this is the monitor that gives you every millisecond advantage. Fast response time, zero motion blur. It's built for sweaty ranked lobbies. You're also getting the same QD OLED panel tech, so it's got those deep blacks, vibrant colors, and ridiculously crisp contrasts that just make everything pop. Whether you're in a night raid or exploring neon-lit cyberpunk cities. And just like the flagship model, you've got HDMI 2.1, a USB hub, and even a KVM switch, so you can bounce between work and gaming setups without unplugging a million cables. Sure, it's not 4K, and yeah, text might not look quite as sharp, but let's be real, for competitive gameplay, that lower resolution makes it way easier for your GPU to push crazy high frame rates. Bottom line, if you want top-tier performance without breaking the bank, the 271QRX is a beast. Number 3, the Acer Nitro 15 275KP3BI IPRU-ZXX. All right, let's say OLED isn't really your thing, or maybe you're just trying to save a bit of cash. I totally get it. That's where the Acer Nitro XV275K comes in clutch. This one's a solid mid-range pick that punches above its weight when it's on sale. It's not going to give you those inky OLED blacks or the lightning-fast response times like the MSI QD OLEDs. But don't count it out just yet. Motion handling? Still super clean thanks to good VRR performance, so fast-paced games feel smooth with barely any blur. It's got a 160 Hz refresh rate, not the craziest, but totally enough for most gamers. And the 4K resolution makes everything look sharp as hell. Now here's what I really like. It's rockin' mini LED local dimming, so you get solid contrast and brightness, especially for HDR gaming. Colors pop, blacks go deep, and highlights actually shine. Not bad for a non-OLED display. The catch? Yeah, there's a bit of input lag at fixed 60 Hz, which can be a bummer if you're into twitchy reaction-based games. But if you're running at higher refresh rates with VRR, you're in the clear. For the price, this monitor's definitely holding it down in the mid-tier space. Number 4, AOCQ27G3XMN. If you're on a budget but still want solid performance, this one's totally worth, let's be real. Budget monitors usually mean cutting corners, right? But the AOC-Q27G 3XMN flips the script. It actually comes with mini LED backlighting, which is super rare at this price point. That means you get deep blacks, bright highlights, and surprisingly solid HDR performance for a budget pick. The contrast is great, the local dimming works really well, and the brightness, yeah, it's more than enough to make your games and HDR content really pop. Now, there are a couple of trade-offs. It's only 1440p, so images aren't quite as sharp as something like the Acer Nitro. And because it's got a VA panel, you might notice a little black smearing in fast scenes. Oh, and it doesn't have HDMI 2.1, so you're not getting the full experience with newer consoles. Still, for the price, it's a killer deal. If you don't need all the bells and whistles, but still want a monitor that punches above its weight, the Q27G 3XMN delivers. All right, folks, coming in at number 5, we've got the Sony InZone M9 II. And let me tell you, this one's got potential, especially if you're a PS5 or PC gamer looking for solid HDR without selling a kidney. Now, I'll be honest, the first-gen InZone M9, it was good, but man, it had its issues. Sony clearly listened though, because this second-gen model fixes a bunch of stuff. The stand, way better now. It's got a smaller footprint, pivots and swivels like a dream, and even has this slick little cable organizer that actually works. No more bulky mess underneath your screen. This thing still rocks a 27-inch IPS panel with display HDR 600. And while it's not OLED level contrast, it does have solid local dimming, so your blacks look black and your highlights actually pop. It hits around 795 nits peak brightness, which is bright, and the HDR color gamut is super wide. We're talking 96% DCI-P3 here. Not bad at all. Plus, Sony threw in tons of presets, HDR for gaming, movies, whatever you need. You can tweak brightness, saturation, sharpness, and more, like real dialed-in control. Perfect if you're into customizing every little detail. Now, it's not perfect. I wish they kept the USB-C from the first version and the refresh rate caps at 160 Hz, which is just okay for the price. There's some motion blur too, and the backlight scanning feature to reduce it kinda introduces weird halo effects, so it's a bit of a trade-off. Retail? $800. A little steep, honestly. But if you can snag it for around $650 or $700 on sale, then it's definitely worth a look. If you're a gamer who wants a clean, HDR-capable monitor with a ton of customization, the InZone M9 II might just be your next upgrade. All right, y'all. That wraps up our list of the top 5 gaming monitors that'll blow your mind in 2025. Whether you're a hardcore competitive player or just looking for an immersive, single-player experience, there's definitely something here that'll level up your setup. And hey, I want to know, which one of these monitors are you thinking about picking up? Or is there another beast I totally missed? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I read them all, and I'm always down to nerd out with you guys. If this video helped you out, or if you just enjoyed hanging out, do me a solid, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're into honest tech breakdowns, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next comparison coming your way. We've got way more epic content lined up. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching. This is CompareCore, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay sharp, stay gaming,